So good morning, and today we are revisiting the sacral chakra, the sacral area in us, the one that we speak of as obviously holding the water of life, which is us to a certain extent, because we are made of over 90% water. It's the center, the energetic center that is known for carrying or helping us to allow the emotion to flow instead of getting stuck or stagnant in our body. But what for me, where the Svadhisthasana calls me, is really on the notion of polarity or duality. For I see life as as one expression, and polarity or duality being two expressions of the same signature. So it's those black, like I say, a day, black or white, or two colors, black and white, being just actually the expression of a color that's being one end of the spectrum or the other end of the spectrum. And I'm speaking of all these because this is what that practice is about experiencing the opposite in your body. So when we work on one side and not the next side, when one is extended and the other is flexed, is looking at those opposites and coming to embrace them all and to merge them to find your harmony and find your balance. So we are not in this practice, and it's actually really a philosophy of gracefully moving. We are not in rejection of anything that we are. We are there to welcome even things that we don't like about ourselves, things that we want to change. Change only happens when we first welcome, and when we welcome, we're a little bit more in acceptance. So we're not pushing the things away, we're not hiding it, we're bringing it to the light. And when we bring something to the light, suddenly it doesn't cast as much shadow. So that's the invitation behind this practice. So like we did it yesterday already, so I'll repeat it because I believe that when you repeat, you reinforce, obviously, a practice. And if anything was new, again, it gives you another chance to integrate it a little bit better for the neural pathway, hence in your nervous system. Because we all know that when the nervous system feels safe and confident, we're at ease. When the nervous system obviously perceives threats or is not at ease, something new, the nervous system needs to learn it. So we need that somatic approach to go in slow. That will actually help and promote the acceptance that we need to be fully ourselves. So that is it little spiel for today, longer than I thought. We're going to go straight away down below. Again, I'm inviting you to find your pathways, your ways to go down, a way that is safe for you, a way that feels easy. Um, that is, yeah, easy. Let's take this start, okay? So see how today, this morning, not yesterday, not the way you used to do it, now, how is it accessible for you? So we really live in the now moment, okay? So even in the now moment, like, there are still some things, like for me, you see straight away, I went to lift up my buttock, I'm finding my seat bone. I know that I need to anchor myself at that area so I can be more at ease being on the floor. And then I go down. Again, you can engage your core. You could be down on the side, doing whatever works for you. And coming down. Oh, poof, feels nice. Okay, so down to the floor. If you can, leave both of the legs are nice and long. It might be too early. You feel a pressure in the lower back. Bend one knee or two knees. Again, your practice, your body, your choice. Okay, so be truthful with yourself and you don't have to follow everything I say. Okay, that's also harmony. It's a balance between you and what I'm saying. Okay, so finding the big bones that are resting on the ground, and know that you can go and deposit like sediments, the way the sediment goes down to the bottom. Any part where you feel your big bone resting, allow part of you, the particle that are still moving, the particle that are still in action, the cell that are firing up, allow everything to come and rest. So below your shoulder blade, for instance, would be one. And as you do, I'm going to invite you here to focus on the shoulder blade, going a little bit even further down, really meeting the floor. So you have more of your shoulder blades actually being in direct contact with the floor. And as you do so, feel or sense whether your arm, so your forearm, the part, the forearm, the soft part of your forearms is actually rolling to be exposed more to the ceiling. Okay, that's an indicator, but it's a movement of the shoulders in the shoulder girdle. As we go and press our shoulder blades against the mat, we open up the arms, we open up the hands, palm of your hands facing the ceiling. And so do the soft part or the ventral part of your arm. Then we're going to repeat this with the back of your head. Okay, allow the gray matter to release a little bit, to go and drop, and that's only a visual, okay, towards like the back of your head, that roundiness. It's called the occipital bone, and that bone is curved like a chalice, like a basin when it's in that position. So come and drop into that bone. Allow anything that worries you, your stress, your anxiety, to be dropped into that chalice, to come a little bit closer to the earth, to the mother, the primordial mother. Release the jaws, release the eyelids, soften the whole of your face, release the tongue. Smooth the area between the two eyebrows. Place a gentle smile on your lips. And that's only the two corners of your lips curling up a little bit. It doesn't have to be a big grin. And then in that position, just stay there and give another breath for the brain, for the concern, for the worry, for the gray matter, for all that is in our head that feels heavy, to be dropped into the back of your head. And then we may just ask the mother, the primordial mother, the earth. We know that the earth has a magnetic pull, otherwise there wouldn't be any gravity. So we're going to ask the mother to use that magnetic pull, to use and pull all of our concern out of our head. Okay, so release the jaws, open the ears, open all of your portal, all of your orifices for that. And ask her to transmute your thoughts, to lighten the load that you may feel in your head, and equally to lighten the load that you may feel in the back of your heart, so in your shoulders, to transmute and neutralize our energy, and to gently send back to us a healing ray clearing, cleansing our pathways, clearing, cleansing our head and our shoulder and our heart here, our lungs. And then keeping in that quality of giving ourselves to the mother, we're going to roll into the pelvic bowl. And the same way, finding the big bones of the pelvis. We've been there for quite a while, so believe me, the body has already organized itself, that everything is down, resting already in the bottom of your body, in the back of your body. And we're going to make ourselves available again here to release all of the tension, the worry, the anxiety, the blockages that we hold in that pelvic bowl. And giving it all to the mother. As I say so, I feel actually the energy running through my legs, all the way down to my feet. And I feel it escaping through the back of my thigh, the back of my calves, and my heel. So notice you may feel the energy flowing out of you in its own way. And then keep breathing in and out, clearing, emptying, clearing, cleansing your pathways. And calling on the mother to bring you really a compassionate light, a compassionate love back into that pelvic bowl, back into feeding that uterus, whether you still have one or not. We still carry the energetic imprint of it. And surround yourself now just with a beautiful, beautiful light. I was going to say a pink light and then purple came, but actually whatever light, calling your own healing light. It could be a green, it could be a blue, noticing what needs to come and allow it to envelop yourself as a cocoon. So wrapping itself around your body to make you feel really safe, really loved, and to bring yourself back to the notion of I am one. I am at one with myself, with the universe. I am fully connected and part of this life. Big release through the mouth. And let go. Very gently bring the soles of your feet together. We are going directly into a cobbler pose and gently pressing the feet together, really putting strength and energy. Engage the legs, feel with your hands, feel your inner thighs, for instance. The more you press your feet once against one another, against each other, the more you're going to activate those really soft, very often weak muscles we have as women, which are our inner legs. Okay, so keep pressing. Allow the knees to just open up. And the opening up is not in the knees, it's in the hip socket, okay? The knees just actually enjoy opening up. And then we're just going to breathe a few Ujjayi breaths here. I am actually touching my belly. You don't have to. I feel cold here this morning to really own myself. So feel free to do so. Feel free not to do it. It is up to you. So starting with your next breath, going into that ocean breath, calling ourselves back to our watery element. So remember to gently tuck the chin in and to have that sound as if you were fogging a mirror. And the whole breath is happening through the nose. So this morning, I am not moving my knees. I'm staying into the cobbler pose. And instead, on my inhale or on my exhale, it's going to be up to you. Go and squeeze the pelvic floor. Bring that pelvic floor inward as if it was, yeah, really folding inward and upward towards the cervix, towards the pathways of your womb. And you do that only on the inhale or the exhale as you do your Ujjayi breath. So one of the organs, it's not the only one, but to be under the influence of this Vadistan chakra is the bladder. You know, so thinking of your bladder, thinking about you also your women's organ, your reproductive organs, your sexual organs, whatever you want to refer them to, and activating them as you actually contract your pelvic floor. And when I say activating them, it's only focusing on them. And if your legs start shaking a little bit, release the pressure on the feet. So letting go of the pressure of the feet completely. We're going to let go of our pelvic floor. And this time, as we inhale, fill up your tummy, the whole tummy, allowing the lower back to lift off the floor. So we're arching the lower back, but it's not the pelvis tilting. It's the air in the tummy. It's like a helium lifting us up. On the exhale, bring the tummy to go back down, to go and kiss the spine. Allowing the lower back to fall onto the floor. And inhale. Be, be proud of your body here. Really inflate it. Don't be afraid to have that round tummy. Allow it to feel light with breath. And on the exhale, coming back. Don't worry if you have quitted the Ujjayi breath here. Stay breathing in and out through the nose. Beautiful. And releasing this practice, we're going to take a first leg and roll so that we are back on the sole of our foot, so on the left side, and then doing the same on the right side. Beautiful. And then picking up the left knee, picking up the right knee, bring it all back to your chest, pressing with your thigh, your whole abdominal muscle, abdominal cavity, sorry, and then come to roll from side to side. Okay, very gently inhale, picking up your toes, pointing to the ceiling and flex. Heel is leading the movement. Feel the whole pull here on the back of your leg. And point and flex and point and flex. Beautiful. Point the last one and flex the last one. We're going to bend that left knee, grab your hand, and come into that half happy baby. And then allow that right leg to drop all the way to the floor. So it's calling the core here. If that's too hard for you, you can bend the knee and do it with a bent knee. It might be more accessible. So you know that something is not accessible when you feel the pain in the lower back. Could be elsewhere, but usually the lower back is the good indicator. Beautiful. Inhale. Once more, lift that leg. So we're walking the car here, okay? Again, you can bend and come this way, okay? Or straightening up and coming all the way. Release the left leg. Okay, we're going to repeat all this on the opposite side. You bend your right knee, right hand goes to the foot. If that's not accessible, hold the calf. Okay, press. Once you're there, intend for the knee to come towards your armpits. And then go and drop the opposite leg down to the floor in whatever way you wish or is accessible this morning. Beautiful. And breathe again. Breathe deep into your tummy. And exhale. Picking up that left leg again. Bending the knees, coming into the expression of a full happy baby. Your feet are fully flexed. Knees are bent. Keep for the moment the sacrum onto the floor. So the sacrum being that big triangular bone at the base of your spine. Beautiful. And then very gently, we're going to roll on the left side, still in my happy baby. My left leg is going to land on the mat or on the floor. Once it's there, close the opposite leg. All close and reopen. Right leg travels up first to help you to come back, and then fall on the opposite side. Right leg falls down, then top leg. Ah, feels that. Feels in the back, the opening in the back there. And breathe into that. Inhale, breathe into the back, and begin the journey back up to center. And exhale, the opposite side. Okay? And repeating. Inhale, across, land, and then inhale across again. So on the inhale, we move, on the exhale, we land. And your head is rolling with you. You're at one, you're fully connected from head to toe. And a bit more. Oh, make it playful. It's a happy baby. Last one. We're going to back to center this time. And we're going to pick up as much as you can your lower back off the floor. You're in the thoracic spine here, rolling towards the shoulder, and down and rest, and up and rest, and up and rest. Lift your head up as you rest sacrum or the pelvis, and then at one point let go of the hands and come up to the boat, to the half boat pose. Let's find some modification on a half boat pose, okay? So this would be a half boat, okay? So I'm calling the boat today because we're walking with the water. So we are actually back again, engaging that part of the body. Okay, so that means I found my seat bone, okay? If you have difficulty with the pose, find your seat bones again. Then pick up your knee close to you and lift them off the floor. Okay? Think about the boat. A boat is rocking. A boat is not something that doesn't move on the ocean, on the sea. It follows the current, it follows the flow, it follows the wind even. Okay, so pick yourself, find your boat. So your boat might be here today, and that's okay. It could be this way, it could be this way. It could be that you need to put hands. So be in the expression of your half boat and back to focusing on that part of the body. And we're going to rock the boat. So if you want to put your hands behind and rock the boat, and rock the boat. So you can notice that my feet don't go to the floor. Okay, so it's a little rock. So it's a great way to build up your core here, to get a bit of balance going. So notice, what do I do to rock my boat and keep it keep it floating, keeping it afloat. So I'm going from side to side. Ooh, and then releasing. I cross my legs and I come on to those seat bones. I release any effort. I take my hands back into that Shakti Mudra. Remember, we fold the thumb, index finger, and middle fingers on top of the thumb. Ring fingers together, they meet. Little fingers together, they meet. Okay, and once we have the Shakti Mudra, we reverse it and we bring it down. So my elbows are really in line with my hand here. So I'm relaxing my shoulders. My shoulders goes down, down, down all the way. So I grow a really nice neck, free of any tension, any hindrance, releasing the jaws. And I come and press my mudra onto my lower belly there. So my fingers are resting on my pubic bone, and behind my pubic bone is my bladder. So think of that. 3 layers of you there. Fingers, bone, bladder, organs, and there is so much more. And connect the energy of the Shakti now to this part of the body. Through the energy of breathing, through intention of awaken your own Shakti. Make yourself feel at ease and awaken in this part of the body that we hide all the time. And this part of the body is like a sponge. It takes off so much of the wound, so much of our own wound and the collective wound as women. So it's important to release it, to acknowledge it, and to let it know it's not on its own, that we take care of it. Beautiful. And if that feels nice to you, I would I would really recommend it to you to stay in there outside any practice and to repeat this by itself. We're going to release it very gently. We're going to bow our head in gratitude, actually generating gratitude in your heart, in your womb. And then gently we're going to come up onto all four. Okay, remember yesterday we went again, so we're walking here in that part of the body, and we went to circle. So first, if I do with my finger, we went to circle like that horizontally, and then we were this way. Actually, we were this way exactly. So this way, horizontally, and then this way. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Pick up your knees, find your alignment between your knees and the top of your thigh. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are together as well. Okay, and then when you're ready, begin to shift your hips from side to side. Warming them up, warming up the knees as well. Press the tip of the fingers if you have a weakness in your wrist. And even if you don't. And then we're going to start going to the side. So I'm in my hip and in my leg. I move towards my shoulders and arm, and I go across to the other shoulder and arm and my, so that's it. So if you don't know if what's better for you, but it looks like that. And my elbows do not bend and do not straighten more. Okay, the body is not, the movement is not created by the elbows. What leads the movement here is our sacral chakra, our womb, the, our lower back. It could be your tailbone, it could be your sacrum, whatever works. Beautiful. And we reverse. And again, if you feel like bending more your knees to go and meet your shoulder, your ankles, and come up, do it. That feels actually quite nice in the body. Now go slow if you're going this way. Find a different quality to the movement. If you if Ujjayi breaths come easily to you, bring it here. It's actually quite nice. And last exhale and come back to neutral. So this time we're going to move vertically. So my right shoulder is up, and then it's my left one, and then I go down. So my elbows aren't bending, okay? My elbows aren't bending at all. So I was across, across, down, down, okay? Across, down and across. So really here, although it is my still the sacral part that I'm thinking of, it's actually the thoracic that moves far more. And that's okay, we need this. We don't have much flexibility in our thoracic spine. And feel the lower back as well, how it's moving with the movement, how it goes up and how it goes down. It sags when you release it. And that's okay. It creates little spasm into it. It creates space into the womb. Beautiful. And release. Come and sit onto your heels. You can keep your hands extended if you like. And from here, we're going to go on to all four. From all four, curl the toes and move into your dog. And you can walk the dog, and feel really the back body here awakening as you press one of your heel into the floor. See what you can do. Look between your hands. Pick up the right foot. You don't have to go too high with it. You just pick it up. You're in a three-legged dog here. Then look between your hands and go and land your right foot between your hands. Beautiful. Cool. So I'm going to move this way for you to see better. So I'm bringing my right hand on the inside of my foot. Okay. I'm going to drop my knee to the ground, releasing my toes. Okay. And very gently here. I'm going to be focusing on the outer edge of my foot, rolling it. So I don't think about my knee, okay? The knee is stable. We know knees are sensitive. So we focus on rolling onto the outer edge of the foot and as much as you can on the front of the foot. Opening up the hips and coming back. Keep at it. Beautiful. And one more. Fabulous. And then from here, dropping possibly only one forearms, and that's okay. Possibly two. Keep in that pose. The knee is back up, pointing to the ceiling. The knee doesn't go sideways, okay? So you really press your feet into the ground. Okay. From here, you're going to curl the back toes. Place your hands again by the side of your torso and come up. So my back leg is off the mat. Okay, my back leg is off the mat. My knee, that is, as well. Okay, then I take my hand, my right hand, on the outer edge of my knee, and I rub from my knee to my lower back and come back. See what I'm doing? I'm going to go into a twist. So ankle, knee, lower back. Ankle, knee, lower back. Ankle, knee, lower back. This time you stay there. And when you're ready, inhale and hands come up. And breathe and find a stability in that pose through both of the feet. And the 2 feet, 2 legs become one in that pelvic area. Suddenly, our body becomes one trunk, ultimately. And all of our vital organs belong to the one. They're all contained in our torso. Beautiful. Dropping that hand down. Super. And then dropping that back knee again. From there, look, I'm picking up my left foot. I'm onto the heel. And I'm going to walk myself back to go and rest on my back leg. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so I rest on my back leg. I sit on my heel. Okay, if that's not a possibility for you, and if you want to be here, be there. Okay, so no pressure in the knee more than it's needed. Okay, if you're down here and if that's possible, I would invite you to come and cross. Find your balance, which is not always easy. And stay in this pose just for a few breaths. If you're up here, you can still be, we're just realigning ourselves here. Okay, so choose your version. Okay, if you have crossed and you are here, the challenge now is to come up, curl the back toes, and come up. Okay, if you're here, it's the same idea. So, sorry, if you're here, you curl the back toes and you come up. Okay, and that might not be as smooth. So remember, we have a wall, a chair, and we can come up with the help of the arms or this way. Okay, so find your way, and I might even have spelled it out. We're going to repeat all these on the other side, but before you go, stand and feel and be very present in the part that I have kept calling on. How do they feel? Where do you feel the heat? Where do you feel the tension? And again, my hands are a witness. Hands have the quality of listening. Okay, they listen as they travel through the body. They have so many sensors, so many receptors. When we touch, we're in full communication, direct communication between the part that we touch and the brain. And we don't need to think. We don't need to bring any more mental activity that we need. We just trust the body. Okay, let's do that on the opposite side. Can't even remember. We were stepping here. We still, okay. So go up. We're going to go into inhaling up, going down, down into what would be a forward salute. You can bend your knees if you need to. Okay, and from there, we're going to step away, step away. Look at my arms. My arms are going to stay straight for going into a dog. I'm slanting them, okay? And then walk your dog, and walk, and walk, and keep walking. And you can drop a heel down just for a full breath, and then picking it up, awakening. Oh my God, the back of the leg. Okay, let's go in and look between your hands and step forward. Beautiful. So from here, I'm going to stay in that way so you can sit sideways now. I'm dropping my bottom knee. My right hand is going to come on the inside of my foot. Okay. And I'm going to be playing with the outer edge of my foot. So I roll and I come back. I think I'm working the same leg again here. Yeah. Bear with me, keep rolling. I have messed up with my legs. I need to go if I want to have any, and yes. No, that doesn't, what am I doing? It's here. Sorry, I'm losing the plot. It's here. That's it. Now, yes. Okay, I roll and I come back. Ah, very good. And at one point, you stop rolling the foot, you anchor it, and you come and drop on one forearm or two forearms, or no forearms if it's not accessible. Okay, you choose, you see. Okay, you're going to take your left hand and begin the journey. Ankle outside of the knee, and the knee is coming back, okay? Don't leave your knee outside, coming back. Press the big toe. Press the big toe into the floor strongly to bring the knee back. Okay, and then to the hip and come back. If you feel that it's quite low onto that hand, you can come and do it onto the high stand. Okay? Okay. So go find your own way. I'm trying to find my own way myself, Next time you are here on the hip, just come up into that twist. Lengthen the spine here. Don't try to look behind you. Look at your eye level. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. Keep the head afloat and breathe. Beautiful. Super. And then simply drop and come back. Put the two hands back up and bring your hand back, the left hand outside the left foot, and push and come and to walk with your hand, walk yourself towards up your heel. Once more, if that's not possible, you're here. Okay? So you can be here, you can be here. In both cases, we're going to, so if you're here, you're going to cross. It's not an easy one because we're resting on our heel. So we need to find that balance that we're neither not too much to the right, not too much. So once more, we are balancing, coming into harmony with ourselves. If you are here, you might want to play and bring actually your front foot in line with your knee. And that might be enough. See, it's not an easy one. Okay, I need to calm, focus. It's actually a good practice. Don't be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid to get it wrong. There's so much lesson, so many lessons here. And trust, and trust, and come back to your channel. Step away of all the drama, all the fear, all the trauma, all that's agitating you. Come back to your channel. Beautiful. Nice. If you've come down here at that stage, you're there. Ooh. And then we're going to curl the back toes. And I'm going to come with my hands this time around because I have overdone it. Okay. And come up. Wherever you are, just coming up. Coming back. So I called on that channel, and the channel is, as you know, is just bringing ourselves back to our core, and the core being our essence, and the container of our light. And it's our compass. And then soften, relax, give yourself back to the mother, see how it feels. We're gently going to finish with a goddess pose to honor that divine feminine energy we've been working on for the last 2 days. Again, you can place one hand to the front, one hand to the back. You don't have to. You choose. And we're just going to hold a pose. You could actually beautifully bring the Shakti Mudra here. That'd be actually really, really nice. And don't stay too much in the front. We are a 360 degrees body. We have volume. We are 3Ds. You could actually bring your mudra down here to your sacral chakra and come and sit in a part of us that is not so easily excitable, because we don't see with our physical eyes. We don't try to go, when we move forward. Our doing is always forward. So come and sit in the back of your heart and the back of your womb. And bend your knees a bit more if you have it in you. And then straighten up the legs. And last one. Bending, sitting, and coming back. Last one. Releasing the Shakti Mudra with a massage. If you are like me in the back, give yourself like the whole belt here, okay? So the whole lower back coming to the front. Give yourself a nice massage. Finish and something important. Let's go for it. Although it's part of the root chakra, come up on the ascending colon. Okay, that's one ascending colon across the transversal one. Okay, so any blockages, anything that needs to be digested and released, be the nutrients that have been digested or the stuck emotions, and then finishing with the descending colon. So up, 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 across, 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 down, 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 and releasing. Stepping out of the pose. It's 20 to 9. We've overdid it today. Take a nice breath in, give your heart and realign to the universe as you are still planting your roots in the mother. I am one, fully human, fully divine. I am, I am, I am. And that is it. I'm going to turn off the recording now, and you can go into your quiet time.